Sponsored by rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 85% on prescription drugs. rxcardclub.com. Fogarty Forum. Another constipated football year awaits. Bereft of jeopardy, the death knell for the structure should have rung when it allowed 2 counties qualify for the last 12, having lost 3 of their 4 championship games. It appeared the hearse was being prepared in June when the Central Competitions Control Committee, CCCC, circulated a discussion paper in which it highlighted the flaws in the format they had brought forward at Congress in 2022. The way the system is designed minimises the number of dead rubbers in the group games. Only 2 games over the last 2 years had nothing riding on them for one or other of the teams involved. However, the very tool for achieving this, preliminary quarter-finals, has been the subject of commentary as to whether the inclusion of preliminary quarter-finals unnecessarily elongates involvement in both Sam and Tailteann, and affects the level of jeopardy in the round-robin stage. The CCCC couldn't be expected to condemn their own creation, but their interpretation of dead rubbers would be contested by those who had to suffer through the nonentities of games that were played in the early part of the All-Ireland groups last May. At the time of the discussion documents writing in May, the format hadn't yet coughed out Derry and Roscommon into the last 12 or spluttered Monaghan, who won just 1 of their 4 championship games yet also qualified for the All-Ireland preliminary quarter-finals. That scenario had materialised on June 11 when Burns was asked about the shortcomings of the system. "That's not great," he remarked about teams who had lost 3 games progressing to the SFCs last 12 the following weekend. "That's why we're doing the roadshow, because we know that this sort of anomaly that exists where Derry can be beaten 3 times, beat Westmeath and they're into a preliminary, quarter-final, possibly against Louth or whoever, and they'd fancy their chances. And then they're into a quarter-final. One of the options is where if you're put out in the first round, you have another go through the back door and that's it. That's something that is attractive." That alternative, revealed in June, was backed by 58% of counties as well as the Gaelic Players Association. It was endorsed by Central Council on Saturday but for Congress next year with the aim of it being introduced by 2026. It is a superior conception by the CCCC. Every game in this enhanced qualifier system means something. Applicable to both the Sam Maguire and Tailteann Cups, there would be 8 fewer games in each. More time to breathe, more time to look forward to games. It was a step in the right direction at addressing a constipated football championship. Something so abundantly better than the structure that is there, which just 13% of counties supported. Hen asked last month. It should be in place for next year. Except Central Council delegates voted to retain the status quo as counties had heard from Croke Park that there were logistical issues.